OSTX.
All right, check, check. Are we in the right chat room this time here in the Discord? Looks like we are. That's good. I'm telling you guys, those voices yesterday, man, I'm like, what's going on? Because I know Marcelo's mic was muted. It's like, sometimes you got to make sure you're not going mad. Anyhow, so what's up? Good morning. Welcome back. And for those of you tuning in on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Remember, we do always have a like goal, although sadly we never hit that like goal. The like goal is always 300 likes. Just a heads up, 300 likes. So as you're tuning in, you can feel free to hit the thumbs up. And remember our disclaimer. Remember that day trading is risky business. Most traders lose money, especially in the beginning. So my recommendation is to always utilize smaller size, utilize simulators, practice, improve before putting a lot of actual cash on the line. Day trading is a business that you can learn fairly cheaply, believe it or not. And so I'll always say to go slow, and then over time, as you gain the experience, then you can increase your risk. All right. Other than that, remember, copy trading does not work. Do not say, hey, Relentless is buying, I'm going to buy. That's just not going to work. Keeping it real. And lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at the watch list. Another beautiful day, bro. Today I'm ready, bro. Today, I can feel the green coursing through my veins. Today, we're winning today. So there's a couple of stocks. MEGL. Oh, hold up. Let's go from top to bottom. ASST. I'll go from top to bottom. ASST. There's MEGL. And two others. Well, TOVX is selling off aggressively here. Okay, NCEW. I want to still keep that one on the watch list. So I had TOVX, but big drop here in the last minute from 206 to about 132. Pretty brutal. That's gonna shock that one out. Shock out.
URGN.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's drag MEGL. I'm gonna reconfigure it here a little bit and then get ASST up on the main screen. All right. So I guess it'll just be three stocks then. No problem. No problem at all.
SYTA.
Don't forget that I'll always post the watch list to the alert section. If you're ever doing back testing, you can always go back and check out these stocks there. Offering, you never like to see the secondary offerings. All good in the neighborhood though. We still got a couple of stocks. It's only a real problem when the leading stock has, the offering. So ASST looking pretty good, pretty strong. We got pre-market highs at 180. It looks like 188. 189 actually. Pre-market highs. Low of our current pullback, 170. So we got a nice range going here so far. Checking out the daily chart. I'm looking back at the last cluster we had, where we had a big move going back to August of last year. We had high points of 394 and 350. Green candle that sold off with topping wicks. I think some people might also watch 282, which is right above the 200 EMA at that time. But it still gives us some room to keep going if the stock is strong before we run into areas where we can see obvious resistance, let's say. Over 4 though, over 420, 430 is where it looks like it could really open up and perhaps get up to 10, but that'll be a big if this one gets to keep going like that. That alarm right there to remind me of my screen recording. So I'll go ahead and turn that on. So after studying last night, there's a couple things that I told myself, and I'm kind of getting to the opening statements here, but I'm just going to say it anyways. We still have another stock or two to review, but a couple of key things that I wrote down. One, I think I'm bringing back, but I never really had one hard per se, but I'm bringing back the concept of a daily goal. And I think once I get up over like anywhere from 12 to 1500, I'm going to start to size down and rebuild the day. Let's say build again with a smaller size in reference to a cushion, right? What is for me, getting up to 1K, 1.5K seems like nothing, but oftentimes we keep with the bigger size, we can get caught in a trade or two. We're back down to 800, whatever, even yesterday. So once I cross over that threshold, which seems to happen fairly quickly and very often, I'm going to size down and rebuild a cushion before sizing back up, and only risk that cushion. If that cushion is 300, 400, and then I lose it, I have to walk away regardless of the momentum. So I think I personally, it's like a hard thing for me to do because I like to trade the momentum through and through. But it's the right thing to do based off of the stats and the metrics. And the metrics, they don't lie. The numbers don't lie. So I got to do what's best, even though it's something that's going to be hard to do. There is no question about what needs to be done, so it'll be done despite how I feel. So that's what it's all about, to make improvements. And when we're seeing these massive flush, especially for extended, it's all about being on the sidelines and waiting until we're getting a good base, because the quick dips, it just doesn't make any sense at a certain point, right? Only if the range is tight and we're holding up nicely. But to try to get the bottom, I don't know how Tim does it, bro. Tim, if you guys ever seen Tim trade, Tim will take 6,000 shares, be in as the stock is dropping, right? And also be back out without a loss. Like, it's the craziest thing that you'll ever see, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm selling as fast as I can and I'm taking slippage, bro. I'm done with that. Like, at this rate, I'm just going to wait and then only get in once we start to see more of a base, right? Forget trying to be the matrix here and not lose that couple of cents on the way down. So those are the two biggest things that I'm looking to implement today. On top of that, I don't want to hold anything against my average. So what that means is that I'll be primarily be sticking to quick trades only, nothing longer hold. If I'm in a 1 minute pullback and I am giving it time, it has to be going up. Nothing against my average. Nothing against cutting everything that's going down. Not giving anything a chance to get me. Not giving anything a chance. So with 2 minutes to go, that's my plan today. I'm going to quickly get a couple of trend lines on MGEL and the others here.
DIS.
CTMX.
CRL.
I do want to, there's a 2 minute warning. 198, 200 EMA. By the way, I was supposed to trade pre-market today. I woke up early, and when I woke up, I felt like a zombie, bro. I said that I felt awful. I went to sleep pretty early too, which is the crazy part. So that's why I didn't show up at 8 o'clock.
DIS.
Felt like the depths. All right, let's see. ASST. I'm gonna pull up the
ANGI.
10-second.
ANGI.
I'm gonna keep the 10-second on ASST. That's gonna be the main stock here. And then NCEW. This one actually doesn't look bad either. I mean, it's quite a sell-off, right? 734 for highs. And the pre-market, and then we have lows at 291. So we'll see how this one does. All right, ASST into the open. Let's trade to the best of our abilities. Let's be disciplined. Let's implement all the rules that we're looking to, apply today, the changes, and let's let the discipline compound. It is time to get back to winning ways here. That's why they call us Relentless, all right? So let's do what needs to be done by doing all the correct things to have a successful day.
DIS.
Sip of water before the open here. ASST.
SXTC.
NCMI.
MEGL. EHTH. NCEW.
EOSE. EHTH.
U.
AVDL. TOPP. CDLR. SGN. HTCO. SBET. CETX.
HTZ. KGC. UPST.
ROK.
HOLO.
RVLV.
MEGL.
NCEW is moving up as well.
KIDZ. PONY. U. ROK. DIS. UPST. EOSE. NCEW. GERN. VLN.
PRCH.
CEP. EHTH.
ODP.
NCEW. PAYO. TRIP. UPST. CURI. NCMI halted. NCMI will resume at 9 hours 36 minutes and 41 seconds.
PONY.
PONY. OSCR.
CEVA. RGC.
IAG. VSTS. CAMP.
PSNL. AZTA.
PAYO. VST. TEVA. ASST. CURI. PRCH.
ASST might get halted up here at 89.
QBCGB halted. IAGCGB will resume at 9 hours 37 minutes and 43 seconds.
Alright, I'll watch the resumption. I was looking at NCEW there, but a little choppy for me on the way up. So I'll wait for the resumption on ASST. It looks like it was a good bottom here, though. A bit of a triple bottom.
PRSO. FTK.
NCEW is still fighting.
IMXI.
TRIP.
ASST.
Back over 60 would be interesting, but, you know, we'll see.
TEVA. GEN. TRIP. MEGL. Assistant halted. ASST will resume at 9 hours 38 minutes and 25 seconds. PONY.
PRPL.
Ah, new lows coming down. Alright, NCW making new lows.
GEN.
Resumption. We got
BNZ.
3 minutes 38 seconds.
CRCT. MEGL. IAG. EHTH. PONY. PRPL. GEN. EOSE. RGC halted. TBLA. RGC will resume at 9 hours 39 minutes and 43 seconds. PRCH. NTCL halted. ANGI. NTCL will resume at 9 hours 39 minutes and 27 seconds. CRCT.
CRCT.
Yeah, the scans are going crazy.
CHEK. TOPW. TPB.
IAG. EOSE. NCMI may resume in less than a minute.
I'm going to take off the audio on the desktop.
TBLA. CURI. PRCH.
There we go.
ANGI. GEN.
We got 2 minutes 15 seconds. Yeah, I didn't realize the audio. I turned it on last night actually for something, but I didn't realize it was still on.
PRCH.
FOXO.
TOPW.
CC. VIGL. MAGN. TSHA. GENVR.
CURI. CC.
So we're right at the pre-market highs. Of course, we'd want to break and hold that level and continue higher. We got 1 minute 29 seconds.
BHAT.
PONY. PRCH. SVC. CURI. ANGI. GEN INVX halted. IAG INVX will resume at 9 hours 41 minutes and 4 seconds.
CURI has been alright.
PRPL CC ASST may resume in less than a minute. MEGL
CVGI.
GEN IAG ANGI.
It's a little spready though. CURI. So watching the resumption here, 30 seconds, ASST.
PRPL MEGL MOS Top halted. GEN TOPP will resume at 9 hours 42 minutes and 28 seconds. IAG CC FLYW NTCL may resume in less than a minute.
Not what we would want to see, not ideal.
MOS CRCT PONY
I'm a little slow to jump in. I tried for 82, but I'm in 87, you know, kind of stopping out flat.
RGC may resume in less than a minute. ANGI IAG PRCH VLN MOS PONY GEN
PSTV.
MEGL IAG
OPEN.
CURI moving up a little bit.
CURI PONY GEN
Bit of a false breakout.
INVX may resume in less than a minute. MEGL assistant halted. ASST will resume at 9 hours 43 minutes and 45 seconds. CRCT
ASST, you know, it's like a bit of a rejection of pre-market high.
CC
EPWK.
PONY
LFMD.
METL has been a bit of a grind up.
DI.
NTCL halted. NTCL will resume at 9 hours 44 minutes and 44 seconds. PONY MEGL CC TOPP may resume in less than a minute. ANGI
INVX.
VLN QVCGB may resume in less than a minute. PONY VSTS CC
LDI.
PONY. VSTS.
One minute to ASST.
NCMI. ASST may resume in less than a minute. CC. FLYW. PRCH. NCMI. PRCH. GEN.
Here we go, ASST on the lows.
CCCC. AIRS.
VLN. NTCL may resume in less than a minute. LFMD. CCCC. QVCGB halted. QVCGB will resume at 9 hours 48 minutes and 42 seconds. Top halted. TOPP will resume at 9 hours 47 minutes and 53 seconds. GEN.
NWTN. KDLY. ENGS.
SNDX. PRCH. PRCH.
BKY.
NCMI. HIMS.
ASST is fighting. It's at 72. Still kind of watching and waiting for the stock of the day. ASST might get halted up.
NTCL halted. OSCR. NTCL will resume at 9 hours 50 minutes and 18 seconds.
We're seeing a little bit of an early pullback. CURI.
PRCH.
ASST is halted up.
EOSE. ATRO. OSCR. TOPP may resume in less than a minute. PRCH. EOSE. UPS assistant halted. ASST will resume at 9 hours 51 minutes and 37 seconds. STRZ halted. STRZ will resume at 9 hours 51 minutes and 13 seconds. OSCR. APLS.
The stock has a spread, which will make it a little interesting here. ASST halted up. We'll see what happens in the next couple of minutes.
QVCGD may resume in less than a minute. IMXI. MRIN. EOSE. OSCR. PRCH. EOSE. PONY.
The volume is kind of light here too.
SCR. MRIN. IHS. PRCH. CCCC.
I might leave this one alone. Like, you know, like the volume is like dying out here. We went down to like 100,000 or less per candlestick, which is.
OSCR.
Yeah, okay, whatever. ASST. We'll watch and wait.
IHS. NTCL may resume in less than a minute.
I mean, this is a pretty brutal sell-off here, though.
OSCR.
A minute 50 seconds to the resumption.
TOPP. OSCR. STRZ may resume in less than a minute.
A minute to ASST.
ASST may resume in less than a minute. IAG. FTK. CCCC. ATRO. EOSE. CURI. CRNT. IAG.
5 days at 91. Here we go.
CDRE.
OSCR. CRC.
No proper dip, but the breakout is going to work.
ASST. CURI. IAG. OSCR. NTCL halted. NTCL will resume at 9 hours 56 minutes and 59 seconds. QDCGB halted.
It's halting up
will
07.
resume at 9 hours 56 minutes and 28 seconds.
And it is locked in. I didn't want to be aggressive towards the breakout at 91 because we were so extended already off the lows. But I mean, once it proved that it was going to hold up, I jumped in for the dip and then break of 2 as well.
HIMS. Assistant halted. ASST will resume at 9 hours 57 minutes and 40 seconds. NSYS halted. NSYS will resume at 9 hours 57 minutes and 26 seconds. CURI.
I'm not touching anything else. I'm just waiting for this stock. Like, hell with the side stocks. It's too choppy.
MYGN. LPRO. RVPH.
ATOM.
It's showing 213. We're halted at 07, so we'll see.
RGC will resume at 9 hours 59 minutes and 5 seconds. EVGO.
Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. This resumption will be a little tricky, I think, because we're so extended. It could keep going. It's always a possibility. It could keep going, but, you know, we went from 50 to 207, and we haven't had a red candle yet. So, I think sizing down right now for me is going to make sense. And then kind of just gauging it. I can size back up the moment it looks good, if it is to keep going. But if it's to flush out, I want to be sure to avoid the flush out and not get involved, because it could drop right back down to like 180, 190. I expected the pullback on the last resumption, didn't happen, so we got to be careful here. But if it keeps going, if it shows me that's going to keep going, I'm going to trade it. Just tight stops, smaller size.
NTCL may resume in less than a minute. FLYW. EVGO. NSYS may resume in less than a minute.
Yeah, GPUS continuation name.
JXG.
First daily candle, 627, made the new high, 908. Hikes from a few days ago.
Resume in less than a minute. OSCR. EVGO. AIRS. BULL.
21 seconds to resumption. Right. Or 212. Or 207 actually.
OSCR. EVGO. GEN. BULL.
BBNX.
NMAX.
See, now I wish I would have kept the big size, but it's all good. It's gonna hold, and it's gonna halt up 25. So I took the trade small size. Man.
EVGO.
Sometimes they just keep going without giving a pullback.
RGC may resume in less than a minute. NMAX. QECGB halted. QECGB will resume at 10 hours 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Wow. I got filled above the, like I'm getting filled in prices that it's not even showing on the level 2.
FNGR. AIRS.
BULLW.
Ah, come on, man.
MOS.
I buy 42, I'm in 47.
FLYW. HIMS.
GPUS, I'm keeping an eye here to see how this does at 750. There are some sellers up here.
ASST will resume at 10 hours 3 minutes and 1 second. EOSE. HIMS.
Ay, ay, ay.
EOSE. ALAB. BULL. HIMS. STRZ may resume in less than a minute. CCCC. HALO. EOSE.
All right, there's 2 minutes to ASST.
HIMS.
CDTG.
BULL.
Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, we do appreciate it. So waiting patiently for ASST. The stock right now is super extended. I want to be careful of a pullback.
TCL may resume in less than a minute.
I'm going to size down even more because, you know, again, it could keep going, but it is just so extended from 150 to 225. You know, it's due for a drop. We could say on one hand, shorts are getting squeezed, so maybe it could keep going, but I want to be cautious. I want to be careful here. Not overdo it. Go back to flat on the stock. GPUS a little tricky, but, you know, pulling back here low of 703.
OSCR. HIMS.
XXI.
XXII. BIBI. ATRO. EVGO. BULL. EOSE.
Is my desktop audio still coming through? Okay.
ASST may resume in less than a minute.
It still is. Why?
OSCR.
Properties. Why is it coming through? Shouldn't.
BULL.
Oh wow, it's still
EOSC.
coming through. I'm not sure why that didn't. It's not fixed it. That's odd.
HALO.
Okay. There's 28 seconds to go. So I'll stop with this. Let's see here.
OSCR.
YCBD.
CRNT. CCCC.
10 seconds.
ATOM. EVGO. EOSE. NTCL.
Okay, there's the pullback.
PAYO.
Now as to why
ALAB.
this thing isn't working doesn't make any sense. Bro, I don't, this stuff like this like drives me crazy. Like every day for years to fix that settings, that's all I have to do, and now it's not working. Like it's not adding up.
PAYO.
Is it because I have two OBSs open?
BSA.
No, I don't think so. I guess I could just mute this. That'll work. All right, there we go.
NTCL. EVGO.
All right. Watching and waiting. So here's GPUS, good red to green. 68 for the highs there. GPUS didn't really hold over 55. So we might see a consolidation here.
STRZ may resume in less than a minute. NMAX.
ASST is 2 minutes 26 seconds out.
NTCL. BULL. NMAX. QVCGB halted. QVCGB will resume at 10 hours 10.
All right, there's 32 seconds to resumption. ASST. We got 29 to 212. We'll see how it does on resumption here.
CBSA. NTCL halted. NTCL will resume at 10 hours 12 minutes and 18 seconds. EVGO.
It's fighting here. It's fighting.
CRCT. CBSA.
Damn, boy, these fills are cooked.
EVGO. ALAB. BULLW. BULLW. QVCGB may resume in less than a minute.
Oh, that halt level is tight. I thought it was higher. 22. Well, I didn't do super well in that red to green. I honestly was expecting a little bit lower, but 98, 96. 98, 96 was pretty good.
STRZ may resume in less than a minute.
NSYS.
EVGO.
Waiting patiently for resumption again.
May resume in less than a minute.
I'm thinking we get a new high here. I'm thinking it's going to go again.
EVGO.
Maybe like 240,
Halted.
250.
NT will resume at 10 hours 15 minutes and 11 seconds. NTCL may resume in less than a minute.
Ice Baby, join the chat room, bro. You got all the voice channels in the world. Three minutes to resumption. 3 minutes ASST. I'm thinking we had a bit of a bear trap right there. That pullback, thinking it would go a little lower. It held up very tightly. It's back up aggressively. Good volume. I think short sellers here are in a little bit of trouble. This thing looks like it's going to go again. Maybe to 240, 250.
BULL. CULLW ALAB CBSA
Minute 50 seconds. Minute 50 seconds.
STRZ halted. STRZ will resume at 10 hours 17 minutes and 13 seconds.
Waiting patiently.
EYE
I didn't really look at the 10-second chart as much on that dip at 98, 96, but you know, looked like we had two nice flags there. The 1 minute candlesticks, as you guys can see, we had the baby pullback,
ALAB
which is depicted right here, which would essentially be this pullback
YCOG.
in here.
CBSA
So in the 10-second chart, you can see it a little bit more clearly. 1 minute, 7 seconds. GPUS is fighting at 760. Will we get a breakout to 8? I'm leaving it alone for now, but you know, it does look interesting, but just gonna stick to the main stock. I've lost in every side stock so far, so until ASST dies out. I'm looking to be aggressive here because I think we should see the squeeze through Hive Day. But are we going to see anything for pullback, or is it going to be a straight breakout trade? It's showing 25. No fear, no hesitation. Oh, come on. Trying 22. There's 30. 39 for highs.
NMAX
It's not quite ripping right through. Might pull back one more time. Let's see. Gotta be careful of the halt down though. Oh, are we trying? Are we trying?
TCL CIGL may resume in less than a minute.
I look to bring down the size just a little bit. I tried to build a cushion here again. 32, 29. Trying 29, tight stop. Oh, almost got that. Out per small scratch trade.
NTCL NMAX
Boy, they killing me with these fills, bro. Man, it's brutal. It's brutal. They are not playing games with me here. Come on, 35, 36.
NMAX
It's quite the churn.
EVGO
Alright, I'm going to ease off a little bit in case it comes down hard here. And it looks like it might. How's How's the other one? Bro, I almost got cooked though. I almost got cooked because the first trade I took, it was kind of close. Like if we didn't hold right there, bro, I'd have got destroyed. So the stock was strong, and we did what we needed to do. So looking to use small size here to get a cushion going again. If not, shutting it down. GPUS switching over. Now it is time. Starting off with just 600 shares.
22 minutes and 55 seconds.
All right, so far we're seeing resistance at 55. We got a high of 74. I'm gonna take this dip with small size. Can we continue to hold above the previous resistance? Nice. Now scalping like a madman here. Scalping like a madman. Come on. Fuck, what's going on? It's freezing. Oh, holy shit. Come on, bro. What's that? Alright. Waiting. Break of 8 should happen. Break of 8. Break of 8. Break of 8. KB. Come on, KB. Now we're going to utilize this small cushion here and risk this for break of 8. Not quite. Close. Got up to 90 right there.
IBM. SDM.
Might see one more pullback first. Don't you break down on us. And I got a bro, my fills, bro, I don't even know what to say. Like, this is like beyond ridiculous. There's no way I got filled that high. That's a good dip though. Honestly, I should have held it for high of day. That's what I should have done. Instead of getting back in here again. Should have held that whole thing.
UPST. QBCGB halted. EBGCGB will resume at 10 hours 24 minutes and 41 seconds. TEM.
Slightly smaller size. We only up 200 bucks, so don't want to be too aggressive just yet. But if the breakout comes and holds, I want to take that trade which size. Oh, I gotta try and get something going here for the move though.
STRZ may resume in less than a minute.
Waiting, waiting, waiting.
HOLO. EBGO.
Waiting.
TEM. ASST may resume in less than a minute.
Bro.
PST.
There's a small bit, 75.
NTCL. USAR. NTCL.
Bro, if this, I'm so tempted to size up, bro, but I don't want to risk the entire day.
NMAX. UPST. TCL.
ASST curled up a little bit.
DENN. QECGB may resume in less than a minute. UPST. NMAX. UPST.
Dang, ASST, dude, still freaking. Oh, man, it's halting up at the highs again.
ASST.
ANBS.
UPST.
All right, this one is coming down.
ASST.
I was ready to add like crazy here if it was gonna hold, but ASST.
ASST will resume at 10 hours 29 minutes and 57 seconds. MRIN.
Oh, this thing is halted up at the height again. This is.
TEM.
It looks good to go again. It looks good for 260, 270. I'm gonna take a starter GPUS. It's a little high for starter. Small size though. It is back over 60. And there's 70. 80 GPUS. I only took 500 shares there.
STRZ may resume in less than a minute.
Oh shit. Squeeze, squeeze. Fuck, man. I'm gonna lose. Bro, oh, that's freaking suck. My starter was just too small. There's only 500 shares in that order entry window, man. And then I lost buying. I tried buying 80. I got filled 90, and then it didn't go. Disaster. Bro, these fills. I mean, in that area, the stock kind of just teleported back up 10 cents in the moment I'm trying to buy. But these fills, bro, killing the past door here.
TEM.
Surprisingly, it's not like instant through 8, which is what I would have thought. But that red to green was insane. From 50 all the way to 90, like right all like all straight through.
UPST.
Bro, this thing should be flying, bro. What is this?
TEM.
I'm gonna keep trying because I think we should explode.
NTCL halted. NTCL will resume at 10 hours 33 minutes and 11 seconds.
We gotta hold 80 area. I'm gonna hold this position here. I'm in 89. Can we see something over 10? I'm gonna sell half, hold the rest.
PRCH. TEM.
Come on, over 810, explosion.
ASST may resume in less than a minute.
Adding. Please do not burn me here, please. Fly high, sky high.
APLD.
And I might miss the resumption because I'm so into this one here.
TEM.
KB. Where are those bulls, KB? 13 seconds to that resumption. I'm definitely gonna miss. Damn it. I'm gonna miss it. Or I'm gonna just trade both like a crazy maniac. Long. And it is not going. Okay.
ASST.
This one's getting a little wild. Perhaps leaving it alone is the best thing to do. Well, there's 260. We had 856. Did this other one go to 856, or is that like a fake wick? If it did, I didn't get to sell.
ASST. HMS.
ETBL.
This might be coming down, but yeah. I'll take the 600 bucks, but
CUJAU may resume in less than a minute.
ASST resumption I thought was a little tricky. We dropped and then we dropped lower before the move. GPUS. It might have been a fake wick here. But I looked away to trade resumption, so I don't know if it went up or not.
5 minutes and 46 seconds. Assistant halted. ASST will resume at 10 hours.
I would have loved for the tight consolidation to hold here, but we made broke down back into 55, which was big support, so maybe it keeps holding up. Still want to tread lightly here because, you know, we don't want to give back.
NTCL may resume in less than a minute.
Bro, I get nervous trading two stocks at the same time because it's possible that this one could flush down whilst I'm looking away, and then, you know, you're at the mercy of the lows, and then that's it. Done. Cooked.
SGN.
So a lot of times I'll actually, like, I don't know if it's the right thing, but if I think the stock ain't going strong, you would think that I just hold it and trade the other stock. But most times I just sell the position and then watch the other one. So right now we're in this phase where we're just trying to build slowly, not be too aggressive. So I'm still trying to keep to the smaller size here for ASST. And if we get back more than 350, that's the day right there, shutting it down. So just 1,500 shares, which means I'd have to lose 20 cents. What are the odds that I lose 20 cents before making something? That's the math I'm going with here. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, to hit the thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. We go live every weekday morning around 9:15 a.m. The number one thing we guarantee here is transparency, showing the red, green, and everything in between. This is the real raw trading of a full-time trader. No tricks, no gimmicks, no secrets, but the raw reality of the field. So far, it's been a decent day. We did start red, like 600. Now we're back to green. And we're waiting patiently here for ASST resumption in 45 seconds. We're halted up at 260. And I believe we could see another high. But I'm going to proceed with smaller size. Max size 3K for now. Base size 1,500. It's showing 255 resumption. And we're halted up at 260. So we'll see if maybe it pulls back a little bit before going. Five seconds, no fear, no hesitation. Taking 50. It's not going immediately. 44 for the lows. Man, my fills are so bad. 44 for the lows. Man. That wasn't bad. I made nothing though. That wasn't bad. 67 to halt up. That speed factor, man. The halt down is 43. Can we see a false halt? There it is, halting down. You know what? I kind of 43 because I'm back out at 50. I'm in at 50, out at 50 area. And when I see 45, I'm not, completely sure it's holding up. So I give it that second and it's just too late. And then I try to buy 49.50, I'm in 55. Try to buy 59, I'm in 67. It's just too quick. It's too quick even for the past store right there. But again, I kind of hesitated, so it's part of it. The hesitation alone can cost you. I don't know. I think I'm going to walk away, though. It's... Could these stocks keep going? I think so. But I think I might walk away and lock it in. If I stay, I can potentially make more. But I do risk giving back. Oh, never mind. That was a while ago. I thought Tim just put that message. My Discord was not updating. A GPUS rather, I caught some nice trades, but the size was just too small. Like 50 all the way to 80. Come on, man. But part of the deal of not giving back. Bringing it back to basics.
EOSE. HIMS.
I'm gonna get my chair, sit down. Small size. Sit down, small size. Sounds like a plan. The standing desk. The standing desk.
TE.
Call out was like a while ago. I thought it was like a recent call out, but apparently my Discord didn't like show me the newer messages. That was like an hour ago. So it's all good.
STRZ may resume in less than a minute.
A minute and 19 seconds to the resumption.
TEM. UPST. ASST may resume in less than a minute.
This one and then this one were the second one, especially this one right here. This was tough to be in with the baby size for GPUS 58 to 80, and then got cooked on the next trade.
NTCL. PHIO.
We got 10 seconds ASST.
PARR.
That bid doesn't seem that big. Oh, you fucking piece of crap, man. Bro, the 1 second, man.
NTCL.
I think I'm moving too slow these days because that's crazy. The bid wasn't that big at 43, but it held. Is it gonna hold again? Nope. It will not. Alright, it's coming down.
PARR.
It's coming down. Okay, I'm gonna give it a chance here. Can we see over 60? We did reclaim that level there. Over 60. Can we see it? But my fills are just like horrendous still. Yeah. If I was using size, I'd have lost like 800 there on those 4 trades. Man, that is brutal.
LGC.
PHIO. CLOB. FLEX.
SGMO.
Halt down 32. There it is. Yeah, this is a good place to take the gains and run, brother. Wait, what? Bro, why does the channel have the warrior trading charting? Did Ross threaten with lawsuit? Now I don't know what kind of lawsuit would make me put up the chart. And that would be an interesting one. And that would be an interesting lawsuit. Use my chart or else. ASST halted down.
System halted. ASST will resume at 10 hours 48 minutes.
Yeah, I can see the halt levels on the
UPST.
level 2 that I'm using. Here's an example.
SBEB.
Here's an example right here.
GR.
On TOPP, halt down 137, halt up 206. GPUS, halt up is at 823, halt down 674. This is why this level 2 is better than the one at Thinkorswim. 150 bucks a month at DAS. Trader Pro for this level 2. Or 120 bucks a month.
NTCL may resume in less than a minute.
Somewhere there. Bro, I never recommended Momo Pro's charting. The only charting I recommend is the charting in your broker. At least for me, it's more, you know, it's more, how do you say this? It's seamless because I can execute trades off the charts here at Thinkorswim. Like my order entry is tied to my charts. And Momo Pro doesn't have a 10-second chart. But in terms of scanners, then, you know, but here's the thing that I'll say to people right here, real and rock, right? Use what makes sense for you to use, right? If you want to utilize Momo Pro, use Momo Pro. If you want to utilize trade ideas, the scanners on YouTube, the scanners and the broker, the day trade, bro, whatever scanner makes sense for you as the individual, that's what you should use, right? Like your trading shouldn't have any loyalty to anything other than what makes sense for you as the trader, right? So let's not get it twisted here. Whatever makes sense for you, that's what you should use, right? Don't feel any sort of pressure or anything like that. Like this scanner is like 200 bucks a month, which is like more expensive, you know. So if it's not something that makes sense, I wouldn't recommend doing it. But if it makes sense and you want to try it, then you know it's right here. There's a minute 14 seconds in scanners. The 10-second chart is not a bad touch. ASST, GPUS, those are the few that are leading the way.
ESM.
ASST may resume in less than a minute. NTCL. UBER.
Marcelo's I think off for 1 week. Marcelo's going through some personal issues here, so he's taking the week off from the recaps. Actually, I don't think he'll mind if I say, well, sometimes I want to respect the privacy, but I'll say it anyways. The Mighty's going through a breakup, so the Mighty is taking a week off, a week or two. Even right now, he's crying as he's trading. I told him yesterday, I'm like really impressed that he's done well the last 2 days, because it can definitely be distracting. The Mighty holding up. Just like ASST holding up 26 on that dip. Yes. That came out so bad. The Mighty locking in. The Mighty going through it in the depth. You guys want to jump in Gen 1? The halt down is 22. It looks like it would get halted down this time. I can jump in Gen 1 for 20 minutes, hang out. But please have your mics on, because I'm not going in there to talk to myself. Best believe it. If that is the case, I will be out. I'll be out of here. Let me get my mic set up here. Okay, let's see. Settings.
RAIN.
All right, let's see how this works.
UPST.
I thought you were a chick. I'm not gonna lie. What's going on?
47 seconds.
What's up, guys?
What up?
Pastor, what's up? It's Mighty Putty.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
What's up, everybody?
MEGL.
RAIN.
What's up, Mighty Pooty? Sosa. I like that name. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, but without the
Enunciation.
the accent that I don't like.
Oh, wow. Okay. How do you say it?
RYET makes
Basically how you said it. Basically how you said it without the accent.
Sounds good.
And I know for a fact that you're not gonna do it because you told us you were a chick.
MEGL.
What are you guys
I
talking
told you that I
about?
was. Oh,
I
we're
need
talking about people
buying ASTT with me. This dip resumption.
Oh, let me see. I mean, well, it's right below the pivot though. It would be a little tricky because I don't have any level until 191, brother. I may skip it north south.
I will not be touching this dip either. I think it's a little too. I'm done for the day actually.
Esther, are you green right now?
EGL.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say NCTL and NTCL, a little bit outside that price range, but it's about to hit.
I'm actually glad we're doing this chat because I gotta let off some steam right now. I'm down 3,000 today.
Oh
Man,
shit.
sorry.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so used to it. I'm just.
Oh, that's mighty
It
putty. That's
doesn't-
nothing.
It doesn't bother me as much as it used to. I just gotta reset and focus on tomorrow.
Is it because you're rich?
What did
A
you
rich trader?
No, I made 27K last week. Like
That's what I'm saying. So you're a rich trader. So when 3K
No.
is like
No, that's like once in a blue moon kind of thing. So I usually do 5K a week. Last week just happened to be an anomaly.
let me ask you, did you lose money today because of the 3 capital mistakes? Number 1, overtrading, a failing name.
No, I was trying to catch a falling knife.
There you go.
I'm kind of mad about it. It reverse split, and I tried to catch that shit. I
Uh,
should have
Which
known they
stock?
were not done offloading. Freaking market makers.
you know, I would love to
I'm
see you.
pissed, man. I'm pissed. I don't know how to. I'm pissed, but not that pissed. I'm pissed that I knew I shouldn't have been trading it because I know based off of my previous experiences, trading reverse splits not the way to go.
I'm sure you know the secret. What Tim does when you're pissed, you just open up your bank account and you look at the perspective.
MEGL.
I did that, but I still don't feel good. I think I want to throw up. I really do.
Bro, you just have to keep the perspective, right? Like 3K on one day, you know, it's not that bad, right? 20.
Have you
It's
tried
not.
slamming the desk?
It's not, but that's like, bro, you know what 3K can grant me? Like, I can do a lot of shit with 3K.
You can also do more with
It's just,
27K too.
That is true, Pastor. I don't know. I feel better talking to you guys, but it still kind of stings.
You're still net
27K,
24K though. 24K, that's a lot.
No, I'm actually break even this week.
So actually, that's a good topic of discussion. So 3K on someone who pulls in what you said about 5K a week on average. How
Yeah,
do you-
5K.
Since we've gone into the topic of max day loss
ITRM.
and all that kind of stuff, do you use the rule that I know I'm going to recoup my money, but I just want to make sure that I keep my red days relatively smaller than that 2 consecutive green days?
No.
Or you just go with
I don't
the flow?
have a drawdown. That's the thing. So that I just kept trading.
Gotcha.
See, if I see a setup that's good, I'll just keep trading it. Today just happened to be one of those days where I see a setup and it just always not working. I don't know. But the big mistake was trying to trade that reverse split stock. That was my issue.
Which one? What ticker was it? Can I look it up?
Hold on, I'm freezing my ass off. I'm in the warehouse and I forgot to bring my jacket.
Everything about you is mysterious. I love it. So
Dude,
the
you know
trading.
what's so crazy, SF? I FaceTimed this guy before, and he's literally trading at work in the warehouse. But if you see the boxes are everywhere, like it's crazy.
Why is this man still working?
I was gonna say. I thought him in the warehouse where all the computer power is, because if you get so hot. But it sounds like he's running a couple gigs at the same time.
It is so chilly. Oh my god.
Where you, without disclosing too much personal info, where in the world are you?
Where in the world I am at?
You sound like a Midwestern. Are you Ohio or Illinois?
I'm in Georgia.
Oh gosh, neither one.
I'm actually literally 20 minutes away from Spartan. We
That's right.
actually met up.
You guys are buddies, right?
Yeah, we met up, man. We had a drink together. We had a margarita.
Oh, that's awesome. And I haven't seen Spartan for a little bit. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, he was doing pretty freaking good last year, or like towards the end of the year, but now he just kind of, I guess his edge stopped working, and he's looking for a new one.
You know, one of the things that I do is every single day for now, the last year and a half, log in, tune in this guy's RT sound, and intermittently swap between Marcelo's screen. And you can tell, I mean, you can still make money despite, well, I'm not going to disagree. The penny edge, when pennies are hot, I think it's one of the biggest MMU jewels.
Oh, yeah, Penny stopped working for a long time, man.
Well, apparently, I was actually looking into that, and apparently you get that October-November situation once, no more than twice a year.
Hey, question,
That's all
Pastor.
you
How the
need,
hell
bro.
are you... Pastor, are you still trading right now, or are you done?
No, I'm done.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, how are you still able to trade while we're talking? Like, wouldn't that like disrupt you?
Well, honestly,
Like, wouldn't we
I'm
be a
used
big...
to trading with noise, so if I was, it's just a matter of still looking at the key levels, honestly.
That kind of makes sense. You're always on YouTube looking at chat and stuff while you're trading. You're able to multitask. It's crazy.
Bro, it is.
Pastor logged in, bro. He's logged in.
It is like that. I'm charting.
Man.
GPUS, it's bouncing off that an earlier pivot of 694, so I'm in there. Very small. I bought 300 shares, so I like what I'm seeing.
1 second, I just got a booty call.
Bro, I'm on the line, bro. Keep it PG.
RCKT.
By the way, Twin, what's up? Are you here?
No, but maybe that means his proctologist is calling him. That's a doctor's joke.
Twin literally.
Oh my God, Twin left.
Bro, that's why you gotta keep it PG,
Oh shit,
bro.
oh shoot, you're live on YouTube?
Yes, sir. Yes.
To the world.
All right.
Oh, by the way, Dash, if you're here, do you have your mic already? We'd love to hear from you, bro. He's watching on the YouTube channel.
You know, RT is so politically correct that that's his indirect, exceedingly polite way of saying STFU, you MFers. Okay, I'm gonna keep
My
it.
bad. I didn't think he'd be on YouTube live because we're in Gen 1. I didn't realize that. I thought that was only for the MMU stream.
No. This is. I mean, we're done trading. It's like more of a hangout. So.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, Gio, what's up, man? Actually, I see you in the building too.
Damn. Well, that just filtered like half of what I'm about to say. Now I'm kind of hesitant.
What do you guys think? Do you think GPUS is gonna get all the way back to 754?
Wait, say that again?
So it's bouncing off 690-ish. It kind of broke that 7 level and now it's bouncing. I'm holding.
Which ticker?
GPUS.
Oh, I didn't.
I think so.
I didn't trade that one
VWAP,
actually.
If it holds up VWAP, I think definitely.
I agree with you. I think I'm in it. We'll see. And then the other thing that is popping up on the scanner is MEGL. I don't think I've ever seen that name before.
Yeah, I'm not in front of my monitors. I can't tell you what's going on.
Oh no, I have 1,000 lines drawn in this chart. So
I thought this would be more of a still set where you talk about not just stocks but other stuff.
Oh, okay, I see what's happening. So MEGL was a penny that made a move after hours yesterday, and
It's a.
it may be in place.
Wait, what's it trading at? What price is it at?
So it was a penny 2 days ago. Now it's at 190-ish, $2 actually.
NTCL may resume in less than a minute.
already broke high data.
SF, why don't you
you
ever
did
use
it.
the silent stream on Zendu? You're always on the one with the ocean sound in the back.
Oh, you know what? I've gotten so I used to hate it, but now it's like I'll stop it.
It sounds
There
like
you
you
go.
have
How's
a
that?
wind turbine in your mic.
I'm sorry. It sounds so soothing on my end. I'm very sorry. Thanks for letting me know that. Wind turbine.
Mobile, when I come to Dallas, I'll check you out, man.
Okay, I bought 10 shares on NTCL for the reclaim of VWAP. I am up 16 bucks. Crazy.
Oh, I thought you were Mighty's for a second. You sound just like him.
Yeah, I'm Bolivian by birth, by the way. I've been in the States for 25 years now.
Nice. Who else? Who else that's cool is in this call?
Everybody, look at our homeboys. I'm gonna tell you everybody who. Bob Ross, Colin, DAE, I don't know who that one is. Tank Shark, see you all the time. Felipe, Joel.
Yeah, that's the guy that keeps reacting to all my messages.
I don't know who Rich is. I don't know who Robotico is either.
Hey, so I was going to ask you guys, do you think there's any edges that work better at certain price ranges?
100%.
I think it's yeah. You remember how when the reclaim to 1 used to work all the time, like the 0.99 and then go? Yeah, that was like one of my bigger edges, so to speak. It was one of my higher probability trades, but it's not working as it should right now because everyone's been abusing it and the market makers found out about it. So now the pennies nowadays are just kind of sucky.
Dang.
The pennies have been really sucky, I agree.
It'll come back, though, the bear trap on penny stocks.
It could, and I think it's more like 50-50, honestly.
There's been a couple of pennies that's been all right though the last couple of weeks, around like 70.
I remember
but
there was
issue
one penny that RT. I remember he completely dialed in. He made like 3K a couple days ago too, like last week.
on a
Yeah.
penny.
Bro, they're still good, but like you have to just pick and choose your spots.
Maybe it's just the way I'm trading it. I tend to get in and out within like milliseconds. But you guys tend to hold just a bit longer. Like I know that for a fact because I watch you guys, especially you, Pastor. So it's not working for me now, but it seems like every 5 pennies there's one that's actually good. So that kind of helps.
You know what I've been doing that I found it a little bit helpful with. I love pre-market trading, by the way, but I'm also paying attention to the after-hours trading for the pennies specifically. And observation, completely anecdotal, is that the ones that move early in the morning are the ones that started to move the day before. And then they'll give you some levels where you can probably load up and stuff like that. So something to keep in mind.
Yeah. Oh man, this is honestly so chill. I appreciate it, Pastor. Like I needed this talk with you guys because I needed to let off some steam after that 3K loss. That was brutal. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, bro, anytime.
I think the last time I had a drawdown this big, 3K, was last May. So that should tell you that I'm not a fan of these.
Wow, it's been a year.
Yeah, for me that's long. That's a long time.
Your max loss anniversary.
I think that's the most I've ever lost in like one day. Like my usual red days are like 500 to 700, and that's pretty big for me.
So is this your biggest red day ever?
Yeah, it's my biggest one.
Yeah, I understand, man, because even like Steve, for example, Steve does pretty well, and like if he has a red day over like 1K for him, it's like
It's huge.
It's huge. It's huge.
It's massive. Thinking about that guy is his red days are usually literally negligible compared to how much he makes on like a daily basis. Like he'd be like, "Oh, I lost 200," and oh my gosh, that's a huge loss.
I remember that. I remember when he said, I may have to give up trading, and then he was like $200 down on the week.
Yeah, he's one of those. I'm not gonna actually. Never mind. Scratch what I was gonna say, but a little bit of an overwhelmer.
Well, I mean, he's got his strat, so I guess his strat is not lose ever.
I mean, trading affects. This is the cool thing about it is it affects everyone differently. Like everyone reacts to certain things, like emotionally differently. So like for me, if I lost that much, I'd be happy. Like if I lost 200, but I'm consistently making 1,000 a day, like I'm chill. I'm chill. Like I can live. 3K on the other hand, though, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it, but it's still like that's bad. For me, that's bad news. Like abandoned ship.
He'll bounce back, man. In fact, he might bounce back tomorrow, right? Just slow and steady, brother.
Oh, Dan Shark is in here. Was he the one that was talking the entire time?
No, that was SF, I think, or you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, I said the thing about the edges at different
The edge,
price.
yeah. Okay, gotcha. You were that guy. Yeah. How have you been trading the market recently? Like, has your edge like been consistently working in this environment, or were you able to adapt?
There's a couple edges. There's the bear trap below. The bear trap on penny stocks is probably my best edge. But honestly, what I've been liking to do lately is just try to buy below the low of the previous candle on a stock that's already proven itself to be over VWAP, and then just trying to hold for a little longer. And it's been working.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I still, it's like the thing with the risk. I beat myself up for losing $100. I struggle to make $1,000. $1,000 would be an insane day for me.
What's your usual day? How much do you usually make?
Probably like 200 a day. Like on Monday, I made 320 or something like that. Or no, I think it was like 360.
And you tend to hold your positions instead of scalping?
No, I do a lot of scalping, but some of them, I'll hold for longer. I don't know. It kind of just depends. It's what did Dash say? He said if a trade like really goes against him, then he'll cut it. But like I have like the plan beforehand, of like, oh, when it comes below this level, then I'm gonna get in, and if it doesn't bounce, then I'm gonna get out. And
yeah, that makes sense.
If it's a level that's been hit like a lot of times, then I'll like hold for like a little longer. But I don't know. It's always risky. It's always a gamble. It feels like.
I mean, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about trying to catch like the bottom and just hold, right? And just
because that's what Dynamo does. And
percentage.
He makes crazy money doing that.
It like for that, I do that too. I do the same thing, by the way. That's like one of my setups. And I tend to look for stocks that meet like a certain criteria that allows me to do that. So, like for example, like if I see a stock that one of those stocks that like tends to bounce after making every new low day.
Yeah, when there's like a ton of like wicks
on
the downside when it's barcode.
Like tons of wicks. Yep. I tend to try to time the bottom on those instead of the stocks that just keep liquidating. Like once it hits slow day and it breaks and it doesn't like recover anything, not even like a hint of like a wick or anything. So I tend to go.
Only problem is sometimes it can fail, you know? So my average losers are bigger than my average wins still, sadly.
You just gotta learn how to manage your risk more efficiently. And by that I mean just trying to keep for each trade, trying to keep in mind which level you need to cut it at and just sticking to it.
Mhm.
That's what I learned from trying to catch the falling knife.
Yeah. It's
Like
tough.
I'll have like a designated level to where I know that if it, goes past it, I need to cut that like ASAP.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I'm just blindly cutting my loss for no reason.
Yeah, that should be another criteria I add. I'm thinking about it, based on like the price range,
Yeah,
certain cents per share based on what price it is.
because like level 2 is great and all, but price moves level to level. So keep that in mind. That's what really helped me. I actually use the chart and the level 2. I don't just use the level 2.
Yeah, but and GPUS did hit like way past 750. But it's like, yeah, just if it's holding up over VWAP, I feel like that's the only edge, just try to get in at the lows. If it's proven itself and holding over VWAP, that's my best edge.
Hey,
I'm
sorry.
still a novice.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. I gotta head off. My boss is calling me. Probably because I'm not working.
All right, bro.
Have a nice day.
Dan Juan, text your Discord name in the chat or the stream. Also, I'll look up your name. Yeah, but I think it was a decent day. I mean, it happens though where you can get caught in the wrong side of the momentum. Honestly, every stock that I traded outside of ASST, I lost money on to start. And so I'm like, I'm just going to try to stick to the main stock, and then finally got something on GPUS. But trading full time at your job in the warehouse is pretty crazy work, man. But he's doing it every day for years now. I don't know what type of job this is, but okay.
I need a job like that.
Yeah, I think he told me like he always like he's doing well with trading, but he feels good about the extra income that's just always there. So it gives him peace of mind, and he thinks it helps him to trade better. So that's why he kind of stays at the job and keeps trading.
I feel that I still have a job I can't get rid of as well. I'm living under that income. I'm so far from that level.
Do you hate your day job?
I don't really hate it. I mean, it's honestly like for the amount of work I do and for what I get paid, like it's decent. So I don't do that much work. I'm just doing like bookkeeping part time. So I kind of get to just pick up the books, set my own hours. They pay me as if I'm working, 20 hours a week, but to be honest, I get it done quicker.
Yeah, lovely. That's that to me. That if you can do something that works around getting this done, it's ideal. And as long as you don't hate it, and you don't have an asshole of a boss or something.
Yeah, well, it's just data entry. It's kind of mindless work. It could be worse, but I don't love it. Just say that. It's not like trading.
Yeah, there's an element of addiction to this, right? So that's why we like it so much. It's like golf. If you pick it up as an adult, addictive. As a kid, you don't really care. I mean, you might play well, but like I've seen people picking it up late in life, and it just can't get enough, even if they suck.
Yeah, it just gives me a rush. Trading, bookkeeping will never do that.
That's fair.
You got to start sizing up though, Dan. I mean, if you're doing 200 a day and you're doing it consistently, then making 500 to then 1,000 and then more, it's just the share size. If you can start implementing more size over time, you can definitely get up there.
I hope so. I'm still like kind of rebuilding the confidence from March because March was pretty bad for me. But yeah, I'm out of the drawdown from March. I'm hoping as I transferred a bunch of money from my trading account to the investing account. I'm hoping as I get my money up that I'll be able to size more, have more confidence. But yeah, it's a process. I can't seem to like push myself past that max loss point without it being a mess, or at least feeling like a mess.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I think definitely though, as you build the confidence again, it's there, bro. I mean, trading is always gonna be risky, and I don't think that there's a perfect time to size up. Like sometimes, people say like getting a hotter market and so forth and so forth, but uh, even like what would be described this market as right now, right? I mean, we had a stock that went up like almost 300%. It has to mean something. So if not now, then when it's kind of how I think about it. And so it doesn't mean go crazy tomorrow, but creating a plan and then slowly implementing it.
Yeah.
In addition to that, what I was going to say is that I think keeping Ross as a little bit of a thermometer of how temperature is in the market, I think may be helpful too. The guy is like, extracting 40, 50K a day.
Nah, dude, that's FOMO City. Can't.
Correct.
Can't
And
watch that.
and he moves the overarching community, right? So yeah, so there's gonna be volume as long as someone publicly is doing that kind of though.
I'm thinking when I get back to 40K in the trading account, then I'm gonna increase my max loss to 200 a day instead of 100 a day. So I got 10K to go. A little less.
ASTT is back, brother.
That sounded like Xavi. Was it not? I don't see his name here.
No, I think it was someone else, right? We got Beam in here too. Beam, what's going on, man? Did you implement something from that study session we had last night?
I did, dude. I actually used the 1 minute chart today.
Nice. How did it go?
Pretty good. I made some bad mistakes on GPUS, but I'll learn. But plus 3K, so pretty really good day for me, given my drawdown.
Yeah, nice, man.
Negative 2K on GPUS though, but it's because I just continue to take those stupid trades up top. That's all it comes down to.
Hey Beam, can I ask you a question? Are you still doing your golden zone in the 15-second chart, or that's not been working out as much?
No, it hasn't really been working that much, because my P&L, for the most part, which I'm trying to change because I'm in a 3-month drawdown right now, is my P&L basically tracks what the chart looks like. And so with all of these, like the difference between me making 20K and me being down 5K is a stock has to make a new high and have a leg above that high that it just made and have like 2 legs or so.
Gotcha.
But when it, like on ASST, even on the 1 minute chart at like 10 o'clock, I guess it is, when it broke that high at 230 and then it falls back down to 212 and then goes up to 267 and then falls back down to 213, like there's not, it never holds above the prior high. Normally I'd be probably down like 3K on this stock, but because the stocks are just, the market's weak and the stocks just aren't holding high a day, on their next legs, and even the legs that do go above high a day, they never hold. So I've had to like change some things.
Adjust a little bit, yeah. Well, because I was gonna say, I sense that too. Like a lot of the pre-market action happens, and then it's just chop zone, maybe going up, but chop. Like, you know, couple edges, like very clear MMU edges, and then after that, it's just chop zone.
Yep, it's really just being a lot more patient. And as soon as it starts to fall, like instead of me trading it all the way down, just be okay with it randomly surging and missing out versus just trading every candle on the way down, because that's what I always do, and that's what I need to stop doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we can remove backside trading altogether from our brains, not only that we would stop losing, but also feeling awful. Because you're like, oh gosh, I knew, you know? That's the feeling immediately you get the
There's
razor
definitely a
cut.
technique to backside though. I know Tim
There
and
is.
Marcelo are like very, very good. I remember there's some other guys from a while ago who would make the majority of their money every day on backside. So there's a
But
technique,
our
but we got to be careful about how we're like trying to approach. So
and I've been looking at that. I remember when Tim kind of took off on his trading, he was doing a lot of backside trading. But I remember there were very specific features, like no flushes and very tight spreads, kind of like a very gradual stepping down type of thing.
There were
So
also more bounces. There's like no bounces backside unless it's just going back to being more patient. You got to just have a level in mind and just wait for the price to drop to that level instead of just taking every new low. Because every new low used to work because it would at least bounce like 4 or 5 cents, 6 cents, and you could sell. But these days, it doesn't even bounce 2 cents.
yeah, I agree. It hasn't been as fun as some of the P&Ls that we see online a couple of months.
No, it's just survival. And then before you know it, all of a sudden those P&Ls just pop back up.
Agree.
But I think markets like this is like a huge blessing in disguise because trading like we do in a hot market, like although it might have worked, once it stops working and you tweak something, you make even more in the next hot market. It's almost like a cycle like that.
And I was gonna ask you that. So 3 month drawdown, I mean, it could be pretty devastating, but it sounds like, it's drawdown at your higher low kind of thing. Like this is not lower lows. This is, you're fine. Is that how you keep it?
I'm red on the year now, but again, it's just all perspective, I guess.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's fine. It's my own fault.
That's brutal. I thought you were making 50K on the NUC and you.
Oh my goodness, yes. I still live vicariously through that one day where
That was
you made
crazy.
like 60K or something. Like how you read that thing. It was sick.
yeah, you had a
But
couple
that's
of
the
those
thing,
days actually, right?
That stock was making highs above the prior high day.
What was it being? Like I remember that that one day you coined your biggest single trade. Didn't you make like $18,000 in one trade?
I think it was 12.
Wow.
But that same style that made all that money in the hot market destroyed me when the market
I remember, yeah, you were doing the golden zone and then I remember you were doing bear trap into red to green into high of day breakout and just holding a little bit below the kind of like the support area.
Yep.
And then you did that like 3 times.
Beam, do you also have any like rules when it comes to like consecutive red days? Like let's say if you're red 3 to 4 times in a row, like reducing size or like any sort of like trader rehabs or anything like that, or do you
I
just
mean,
keep...
now I do, yeah, but it took me 2 months
And I honestly kind of screwed myself because January was my like very close to my best month ever. But I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 9 red days in January. So like
Yeah.
almost like bad habits, like, oh well, I have 9 red days in January, totaling like 80 grand, but I made 140 grand. Like it's hard to just, and honestly, February 1st, I had negative 15 grand, and I was just like, oh well, I had a negative 15K day in January, like nothing's changed. And then those 20K green days stopped happening, and then it was downhill from there.
Do you have a daily goal or not at all? Like, would you be okay with a day where you like have 0
I'd kill for 0 right now.
right now? Okay.
Like today, I made 3K, and I might as well have made 65K.
Okay.
But I just had a tough time shifting from hot market style to not hot market. But I think I'm finally to the point now where I've adjusted. So it'll take me maybe 2 or 3 months, but once I get back to highs, we'll be good to go.
And your adjustment has been limiting the amount of edges and downsizing, or a combination?
Downsizing and just less trades.
Okay, fair.
Much.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing, just trying to stay alive.
And like in a hot market, hot market, you can get away with buying high, even though it's quote unquote extended and risky.
By the way, Don Juan, I looked at your thing, and I didn't see a reason as to why you shouldn't be able to join the voice channel. So I'm gonna double check later. I'm gonna have to. What I'm gonna do. It's not allowing me to get that specific role, so I'm gonna have to pay for it later, and then like, as in through one of my other accounts, and then kind of see what's going wrong. Because on my settings, it shows that that role that you have should be able to join this channel pretty easily, like with no problem. So I'll write it down here so I don't forget. So I can investigate. Should be able to join. Gen 1 bug.
TRIP.
Oh, also you have 2 accounts. There's 2 accounts with the same name. That's also another thing to mention. But I'm assuming you're using the account that has access, of course. So I'll still investigate and double check.
Off the open and then reclaim with higher day breakout, and he's always at the bottom.
Right. Well, I'll take like some trades. This is not today, but before I'll take some trades on a stock grinding down. Look at Mighty's P&L after I've gone down 1.5K in 5
I
minutes.
do this.
And
I
he
do the
hasn't
same
taken
thing.
a single trade yet. And I'm like, God, I really need to do that more. So that's
Yeah, I agree. I do the same thing. I do the same exact thing. I look at his P&L to torture myself a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Bigger time frame chart, switching to the 1 minute for now. More obvious trades, less trades, and just because I mean Mighty's 3K days, 4K days, they come from maybe 2 trades, and the rest of his trades he's just not giving it back. So
Yeah, I agree. I've been looking at that very, very closely lately too, because he adjusts. He just does it.
Yeah, Marcelo is like very, very consistent. Like,
he's on a new level, dude. Like he's ascended.
I don't know. I think
Jesus.
I think he's been this good. Like, but like even last year, like I tell people, like, because of course, like the guys will kind of like compare numbers and stuff. And I think the only reason Marcelo didn't make more is because he would leave after the first hour. Like, we're on a call, and I'm telling him, like, dude, if you were to be here till like 2 p.m. every day, like he'd made like another 400 or 500K, like for sure.
Yeah. But I'd much rather have Mighty's P&L curve for the year than mine. Even mine last year was similar. It's not fun having these huge drawdowns and then huge months, because then you start to tell yourself like, okay, I have to make a lot this month to make up for the drawdown.
Yeah, in our study session last night, the thing that stood out to me the most that inspired me to go back to something that I used to do in the past was seeing his win-loss expectation graph, where it's like yesterday he made 16,000 and lost 4 and walked away up 12K. Dude, like this year I've made like 550K and I'm only up 50K, and I'm like, bro, there's no way. So okay, what I used to do in the past is every time I got up to like 1K plus, which it's easy for me to do with the size I'm using, I would always size back down, build a cushion, risk that cushion. If I lose that cushion, I'm walking away. If not, we take that cushion, that green, and then we build from there again. So the day would then become 2K, 2.5, 3, and so forth and so forth. And I kind of, like, you kind of get complacent, right? Like, I'm green every day for months, and it's like you start to forget some of the key things that you used to do that made you successful. And it's crazy how the smallest things can like have such a huge impact, So today is my first day back, and like, hey, we're gonna stick to this rule, and if we can't, we're gonna suffer, and so we will. We're gonna stick to it, and then just keep going.
Yeah, I don't know if you felt this way, but I felt like a lot more calm today, and like not easier, but like just less chaotic, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Based on
for
what
sure.
we saw last night.
I mean, since we're bull biased traders and with zero interest in shorting anything, I mean, at least the majority of us, truly, we shouldn't be touching anything below VWAP, period, right? Like that would be a simple rule to implement.
Unless it's the first like big break, and it's like could be a bear trap. But
yeah,
once it fails, then it's like you just wait for the next support.
That's right. Yeah, the one thing, and not to get Mighty's head too big, but the other thing that I noticed he does when there used to be recordings is that he somehow had the intuition to like max size for one trade. And I remember, this is before I got into pennies, I remember this one trade below VWAP, but it was one of those, panic flash, bear trap, reclaim kind of situation. And he ended up with like 120,000 shares. And the thing moved like, I don't know, 4 cents. And he made like 10K in one trade. But you can look at the chart and there was nothing until that one setup that he had somehow seen, and he was ready to pounce with everything. And I think that goes I think to part of the reason he survived so well, in that he just dials in his accuracy. And instead of taking a lot of trades, he goes from being like 51% more accurate than that in the micro scalper mindset to maybe 60-70%, kind of like more of a scalper kind of thing.
Yeah, he did say his main focus the last few months was 1%. So
yeah, and I noticed that. I noticed on his, not every once in a while he'll show his trader view stats, and I noticed that he's averaging a little bit higher stuff.
He uploaded his day yesterday. You can check it out.
Oh really? I'll take a look. Yeah, because he had a banger of a day. In his words, what does he say? 12 base hits?
12 base
Small
hits.
day?
12 base hits.
Yeah, that's right.
Someone else
All right,
who's
boys.
been pretty good is Save, man. He's been killing it too.
That one day, right? Like May 1st, $50,000.
he's a beast.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
There was that one video you guys uploaded where he sells and tanks the stock. Was that really true, or it just so happens to?
well, he was part of the reason, but we know that there's other people that was selling there too.
Yeah, but it was funny though, because it was the timing was perfect, and it looked as if he did it. All right, boys, I gotta go take a nap. I worked last night. You guys have a wonderful evening. Good luck, and hang in there, buddy. I'm sure you're gonna thrive and rise stronger on the other side.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna head out too.
All right,
guys. Have a good night.
It's been a
Later.
good talk. Take care. Stay safe. Stay green.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah, likewise for the YouTube stream as well. I am done with the day. For those of you who want to join the chat room, you guys can check out the links down below. For everyone else, to get involved in the community, that's one of the best ways. The other way is if you're to become a student. So if you want to learn how to trade, you can via Merciless Markets. That's the day trading program that I have. MMU for the win. Merciless Markets, right? The chat room, as you guys just saw, it's a great place to be. It's one of the biggest reasons I think most of us are where we are today is because of being around like-minded people, right? And coming in, you have a community, people to help hold you accountable, guys like Big Steve, who's crossed over 300K in gains today. Shout out to him, one of the top students here at MMU, Big Steve. Ken, all these purple names you guys see are students here. All right, so shout out to Ken. You got Mighty, who is one of the top mentors here as well. AB, keeping it tight, process over profits, utilizing small size to become consistent. This is what it's all about, man. Slow and steady gains, and eventually over time, Hollis, we get to where we need to be. Zay, who's been improving nicely as well over time, nice accuracy on the day. Slow and steady, man. Slow and steady. Kersey, this guy's a pre-market trader here. He's been just insane with the pre-market trades recently. Shea, red to green, and walking away flat. We still have a lot of people who will post towards the end of the day who are still trading. Shout out to Oren, who's turned a corner and now sizing up a little bit, it seems here. So shout out to him. By the way, so if you get involved via the chat room, there's a small subscription. If you're to get involved via the classes, your chat room subscription will be free for 1 year. And then there are 2 packages that you guys can get involved with, right? The blueprint, which is what we do have our discount code tariff, which you guys will see up here, coupon code tariff, which will give you 40% off the blueprint, which does include, it's here, right? If you guys are to click on it, check it out, you'll see everything that comes with it. You'll have the full curriculum from A to Z. You'll have access to the chat room, our watch lists. You'll have the Q&A sessions, the tutorials, everything that comes with it, right? The full library of our trading archives. As mentioned, Mighty uploaded it. The reason why we have so many successful students is because we keep it real, right? Yesterday, Mighty uploaded a 12K day, right? So you can see exactly where he bought and sold, exactly all the entries where he bought and sold to get to, the gains, right? And so you have the classes here and all the chapters outlined from, 0 to advance. You can get somebody off the street that knows nothing, and then you get them into the trading world with this, right? We build it from 0 to advance. All these trading archives here. How did RT make 2K on this particular day? You can go back and see everywhere I bought and sold. Stock WBUY. You can go back and see how I made 4,500 trade by trade by trade. How did I make 17K on this day, 10K on that day? All here, trade by trade by trade, and the Mighty as well. A lot of what we do, it doesn't change. It's pretty consistent over time, right? Our patterns, our entries, our exits are all the same all the time. What can cause a trader to have issues is up here. Even Beam, we just heard from Beam. you know, he mentioned he's one of the tops. Despite him being red on this year, he's already made over $500,000, right? It's like our mind can sometimes get to the best of us, right? We feel invincible, we're doing well, and this happened to me and a bunch of other traders where you don't make the adjustment quick enough. Things are not as hot. We're still pretty aggressive with size in the wrong areas. You know, even myself, I just said earlier, I'm now making a change to retain more of my gains when I could have done that the very first day. It's now 3, 4 months, 5 months into the year. I could have made this change in the first day. Why did it take me 3, 4 months? So what changes in our trading is mental. The strategy is constant always, right? Whether it's hot or cold, the strategy is constant. It's up to us to then, make the adjustments, right? And so the archive library will always remain valid. It's here. I mean, look at all these trades, right? How did the Mighty make 5K on this day? CXAI. It's here, and it's why we have so many successful students. Is because we're transparent, showing everything. So, I firmly believe that not everybody should be making a course because not everybody is going to be this transparent. People are going to be hiding things, but not here in MMU. So for just $900, you too can start learning how to trade and get yourself going here utilizing coupon code TARIF. All right. Again, your perks are listed right here. You have triads, archives, mines, mighties. You have everything that comes with having the mentors. And for those people who are looking for a step further, you guys can check out the full program, which includes coaching calls. We do coaching calls every Monday, every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. market time. Every religious Monday and Thursday, we do an hour plus, hour 30 minutes. We do trade reviews, therapy sessions, everything you can imagine is what we do, right? Rehab sessions, you name it, we do it, right? So we'll have the students. This is done via Zoom, by the way. We use Zoom as well. So we'll have students come with different questions, Q&As. We'll have them come with their recordings. That way they can share their screens and show us exactly what they're having trouble with. We give feedback. And, we're also working on getting more guests in there. Myself, Triad, and Mighty will be there. But we're going to get more guests to come in. So, the guys like, let's say some of the successful students, right? We'll get some of the successful students to come and give some feedback. And we're going to get some of the Team House members and other traders around the community who are willing to share as well, right? So again, the coaching calls, Q&As, rehab calls, reviews. We'll review our own trading. We'll review the students' trading, everything that makes sense to do to have everyone to learn. It's all on playback, so you can come back and watch everyone. Bro, this school is the ultimate school. Yeah, I'm talking pretty aggressively here too because this is what we do. We make millionaires and we become successful. We win. Merciless markets, MMU to the moon. And an extension of that, we have our individual YouTube channels. We have the day trading team house. We have the seminar coming up. There's more things that we're going to keep planning and doing. But when it's all, if you ask me right now, bro, I know for a fact that nobody is this transparent. Like when it's all said and done, even right at this moment, we're already number one by far. There is no other community that can come close to what we're doing here. Why? Because we're transparent. Just keep that in mind at all times. And beyond this, we live stream our trades in the chat room every single day. And you might say, well, Relentless, you're live on YouTube. Nah, it's not the same, bro. Trust me. Become a student and find out for yourself, right? It's there. The opportunity is there. No pressure. But just know in this community, it's all about the winning. Winning. The winning time. The team is winning, and we still have a lot of people that will post later into the day. So we'll come back later at 4 p.m. But yeah, take care, stay safe, stay green. Check out the chat room, check out the classes. The pastor is out of here. We do, by the way, there are study sessions of the Team House traders that have been posted before. So if you want to see how the guys get down and study, we also have study sessions posted from students who've had pretty big days. For example, when Beam had that 18K trade, that has also been uploaded to the course website for students to go back and listen to. All right, stay safe, stay green. Relentless Trader signing out. Hit the thumbs up for the top traders in the game here. The Relentless Traders, the Merciless Markets community. The moon is calling our names, and today we're taking another step in the right direction. All right, guys, take care. My link doesn't work. There's no way that my link does not work. Hold up. Let me generate a new link before I shut it down. Okay, where's this Discord? Okay, it's right here. Hold up. What's going on with this chat room? There's no way the link doesn't work. There's a subscription. By the way, hold on. Let me make sure I say this very clearly. There's a subscription to join the chat room. Okay. Let me pull it up and show you guys. When you join, it's not going to show you anything but the subscription page. Right here. This is what, when you join, this is what you're going to see. Right. This is what you're going to see. $14. This is less than a Netflix subscription. Right. The community was free like 2 years ago, but we've closed it off. Closed it off for quality over quantity. Like the broader community has over like 10,000 people, and it's just too much. It's just too noisy when everybody has access to the trading floor. So to ensure quality control, it's why we did this, and also it helps out with spam, scammers, and like people who are trying to do no good, because those people are primarily in other countries and they do not like to pay. They just like to steal. So if there's a paywall, they can't come in the community, right? So this is what it'll look like here. This link should work. I'll post a new link here and we should be good to go. The link for the website. Okay, I can post the link for the website here. If you type in Merciless Markets, it'll show up, but I'll post the link for the website as well. The website. By the way, we also have the Spanish. We have I didn't mention it. We have Merciless Markets Spanish, which is coming to a city near you here pretty soon. MMU Spanish is almost finished. We're at 90% completion. Everything will be in Espanol here via Marcelo and Lucas. And we'll probably also have we do have students that speak Spanish. So again, Lucas, Enzo, and there's a couple more. There's a high chance that you guys will see some of those guys teaching certain classes in Spanish, and there'll also be a we'll see how far we can take it. We're thinking about potentially doing coaching calls in Spanish only as well for all the Latin and you know, just Spanish people in general, right? Latin America, and I forget what the other one is called, but yeah. Take care, stay safe, stay green, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay green. I'm seeing another message here saying that it cannot message you in the chat. Well, the only way that someone can't message me in the chat is if they've been removed from the chat room completely, which means the rules have been broken, and now the depths is here, right? But yeah, take care, stay safe, stay green. Catch you guys later.